Alright guys, welcome to Supreme Joseph Movie and TV Podcast episode 2. So it's been a while since episode 1 premiered on my YouTube channel. Thanks everybody for watching it and liking it. So let's get right into the story. So topic number 1 is Paramount buys Warner Brothers. So this, I believe, happened yesterday. Exclusive, Warner Brothers signs $110 billion deal with Paramount. Originally, or Netflix had the winning bid a few weeks ago, and Paramount was upset about it, and they wanted to put in another bid. They put in another bid. 110 billion, and they got it. So what does that mean for the future of Warner Brothers? We have to wait and see. I'm not really sure now. Paramount, it could be a hit or miss. Sometimes they have things that I like, sometimes they don't. So like currently, I don't like most of what they're doing with Star Trek. So I'm really not sure, so we have to see how it goes. This is from U.S. News. Let me just look at this right quick. Okay, Warner Brothers Discovery has agreed to be acquired by Paramount Sundance in a $110 billion deal signed Friday morning. So this happened like today. Netflix had the legal right to match the offer. As you all know, they ultimately decided not to do that. That then resulted in a signed agreement with Paramount as of this morning, which was several hours ago, but it's all happened today, this morning. So that's where everything stands. Bruce Campbell, Warner Brothers Chief Revenue and Streaming and Strategy Officer, said in the town hall. Paramount and Warner Brothers did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The deal, which includes some $29 billion in debt, is among Hollywood's biggest media shakeups and will create one of the largest film studios in the world, allowing Paramount to tap Warner Brothers' trove of intellectual properties. Franchises such as Fantastic Beasts and The Matrix. Warner Brothers has a lot more than that. They have all the Game of Thrones stuff, which is several different TV series. They also includes, of course, DC comics and all the movies. So I don't know if this means you'll have a chance to get Henry Cavill and all them guys back to do their DC movies with Zack Snyder. I don't think that's what it means. I think they're going to stick with James Gunn. And I also have a story about James Gunn coming up soon. So let me know in the comment section what you think about Paramount buying Warner Brothers. I'm curious what y'all have to say about that. All right, guys, the next topic, of course, is this is something that I wasn't even thinking about or expecting. This is one of those 80 classics. It wasn't a big hit, but it was wasn't a big hit, but it was like really like a cult classic, I would say. So let me pull this one up. The Last Starfighter. After 41 years, yeah, that was a long time because I was a kid when The Last Starfighter came out, and not only was I a kid when it came out, I don't understand why they're going to do a sequel instead of rebooting. I think the logical thing would have been to do a reboot, but that's neither here or there. After 41 years, the greatest sci-fi cult classic of the 80s is officially getting a sequel. Let's see, the last Starfighter blazed a new trail on the big screen, showing off digital science special effects that moviegoers had never seen before. To me, it was more campy than anything, but I did like it. I think the premise of it is good. That's why I think a reboot would be better than a sequel, especially 41 years, the age of all the characters, or the age of all the actors. I just don't get it. Let's look and see what they got about this. Millennia. According to a new article by CBR, the sequel will come in the form of a new comic book, which will be spearheaded by the film's original screenwriter. So it's not even a movie. This is weird. That's why you have to watch out for clickbait, because the story was going out like it was going to be a sequel to a movie sequel, not a comic book. So what do you think? Would you prefer it to be a movie, or do you care whether or not it's a comic book or not? To me, I'm like, that's a major letdown. I would have preferred a movie, but not a sequel. I would have preferred a reboot of the series. So hopefully that means that they will be able to actually reboot the movie instead of making a sequel. They can make a sequel in the comic books. I think it's a good idea. I think more people will be interested in watching a movie than buying comic books. So let me know in the comment section. Have you ever watched the original movie? Are you looking forward to this comic book sequel? Or would you have preferred a sequel movie or reboot? All right, guys. Let's see. The next topic that we're going to go over is, speaking of Warner Brothers being purchased, is James Gunn and Wonder Woman. Let's see. James Gunn confirms whether DC's Wonder Woman prequel is officially canceled amid rumors. They were supposed to be making a Wonder Woman prequel TV series. I believe it was supposed to be called Paradise Lost. So I believe it's supposed to take place before she became Wonder Woman, maybe before she was born. Let me read this a little bit. The Wonder Woman prequel series Paradise Lost finally gets a definitive DC Universe update from James Gunn, following rumors that Paradise Lost had been quietly canceled. Gunn was asked on Threads if there was any truth to it. The DC Studios CEO responded to a user on Threads, "Definitely not. Jesus, I go on Threads for the first time in weeks, and it's just one insanely wrong thing after the other." James Gunn tends to respond all the time whenever people ask him questions about movies that he's doing. But he said that it's still on, it hasn't been canceled. So we can wait and see how this TV show pans out in the future. I personally don't have a whole lot of interest in a Wonder Woman prequel. I'd rather them stick with Wonder Woman in the future, whatever the new, because they're not recasting Gal Gadot. So who's going to be the new Wonder Woman, and either doing her origin story or whatever they're going to do with the new Wonder Woman. So let me know in the comment section what you think about Wonder Woman, Paradise Lost, a TV series. Are you interested in it all? Let me know down in the comment section. So this next story is something more up my alley, something that I am interested in for once. The Boys Season 5. The first 4 seasons was incredible. I believe the 5th season is going to be the last season. But this comes from Track Radar. Nobody is safe. The Boys Season 5 will kill off characters from the get-go. Star Carl Urban says, no spoiler. That's probably something that he should have kept to himself. I'm like, we used to people being killed in the series, but not main characters. But I already know 2 will make it to the popular Prime Video show's final. So We have to wait and see. When you buy, hold on, let me see. Okay, steady yourself, fans of The Boys, because your favorite character might not be safe in the hit show's 5th and final season. That's according to Carl Urban, who plays the Butcher, William Billy Butcher. The bluff Urban warned that the satirical superhero series won't hold back when it comes to killing all members of its ensemble cast, but it's the last season, so basically everything should be anything should be possible. Anybody can possibly kill, and if you read the comic books, and I have, you kind of know if they're going to go in that direction, how the story is going to go, how things are going to end, and who's going to live and who's going to die. But they could change up some things, so we shall see. Let me see if they got anything else in here I want to go over. No, not really. I'm looking forward to Boys Season 5. Trying to see if I can pull up. No, it's not really showing that right now. So, let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you looking forward to The Boys Season 5? Do you care whether or not they're going to kill off a character? Do you have any idea who you think they might kill off? Let me know down in the comment section. So we're going to go to the next story. Let me see the next story. Let me wait while the screen pulls this up. Okay. This was another 80s classic, The Greatest American Hero. How many people remember that? How many people was born when that show came out? The Greatest American Hero reboot. Okay, let's go over this right quick. Well, our superhero media might be in a bit of a rut. The Greatest American Hero is finally returning to breathe new life into the genre. With a killer creative team, including Ralph Hinckley actor William Catt, returning, all signs point to a fantastic revival for one of America's most underrated superheroes. The Greatest American Hero returns for one last adventure. So, free comic book day, The Greatest American Hero, issue 1. So this is, I already knew that this was a comic book. The last story about the last Starfighter, they put it out there like it was actually a movie, but The Greatest American Hero already knew that it was a comic book, so this is another, maybe this will breathe life into actually redoing the show, because when I was a kid, I read a lot of comic books, but now I'm like, comic books aren't as popular as they once were. I don't collect comic books anymore. I haven't collected comic books since the early 90s, so hopefully this might bring interest into like another TV series for The Greatest American Hero. Let me see. Apparently the book will function as sort of a classic, based on a classic 1980 TV series. I know it was in the 80s, but I didn't remember like the exact year. I didn't realize it was that early. So 1980, I was basically 81. I was, 8 years old. I remember liking it. And back in those days, if you were a superhero fan, and I was a huge comic book collector at that time, you was like dying for any kind of superhero live action. So it was hard to get back then. We get so much of it now. So I'm really not interested in the comic book. So let me know in the comment section, guys. Are y'all interested in in a comic book about The Greatest American Hero? Would you have preferred a movie as well? Because I sure would have. So let me click off this story right here, and let's get into something that really like intrigues me. New Star Wars movies, every upcoming movie and release date. So basically, the only one I really know about is the first one that's going to be coming out, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which has released 2 trailers so far, which I didn't like. So let's see what they're talking about. Okay. The Skywalker saga has come to an end, but there are plenty of more Star Wars movies on the way. Lucasfilm officially began announcing upcoming movies at the Star Wars Celebration in 2023, signaling that Star Wars is returning to the big screen, but they kept on adding and removing different movies over and over again. Then now it's showing Lucas has currently booked 2 release dates, May 22nd, 2026 and May 28, 2027. Well, we know Grogu was the first one, The Mandalorian and Grogu. And on May 28, 2027 is Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter. I think that's the one with Ryan Gosling in it. So far, the first 2 trailers of The Mandalorian and Grogu were very underwhelming to me. So, the first 2 seasons of the TV show, I loved. They were great, especially the season 2 ending. They messed it up in the book of Boba Fett when they brought Grogu back to The Mandalorian. I thought that was a big mistake. They should have just kept it as a TV series, and then at the final season brought them back together. But I think it was too many hands in a jar, and they just messed it up. So let's see if they have any other release dates. Star Wars Starfighter, May 28, 2027. Okay, they keep going back and forth with the Rey Skywalker story. So Rey Skywalker has a to be determined date. Hopefully they don't make that movie. Of course, Daisy Ridley hasn't done much, so of course she wants it. Kathleen Kennedy, fortunately, is no longer in charge of Star Wars or Lucasfilm, so she won't get her way, hopefully, and they'll completely cancel that and move on from that. They also have another to be announced date. James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie. A lot of this stuff was done under Kathleen Kennedy, so a lot of this stuff they got it listed as to be announced or whatever, or determined. More than likely will be canceled because she really mishandled it. I like the concept of it, like a prequel of Jedi, like in the early years of Jedi, way before even the prequel movies. Looking forward to seeing what Dave Filoni's going to do. Hopefully he doesn't follow anything that Kathleen had laid out. They have another one. This unfortunate. This is how Star Wars is right now. They announce things, then they unannounce them. They have Lando to be determined as well, which is weird. With Donald Glover, I think Donald Glover was the best thing about the Solo movie. I think he really played a really good Lando Calrissian. So hopefully we do get that one day. Hopefully they don't wait too long. And then it says Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy not in development. They're never going to make any more Rian Johnson Star Wars movies, so they need to completely just remove of that and stop acting like they're going to make it. And Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie to be determined as well. He's a successful filmmaker. Who knows? This might still take place, but I'm like, at some point you have to have scripts ready, and you have to have the shooting date and all that stuff ready. And they really don't have anything prepared. Do they have anything else? Talking about his credits. None of this. Okay. Yeah. they really don't have they only have really 2 movies that's ready that they're planning, or well, one is completely in the can. They'll be released in May, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Then we go to the Gosling one. Then after that, they really don't have anything prepared. So we have to wait and see as far as will The Mandalorian and Grogu be successful? I doubt that it'll be $1 billion movie. Most Star Wars movies make $1 billion at the box office. I don't think this one will. I think they'll be lucky if it can make $700 million. If it's good, perhaps, but the marketing hasn't been good on it. So I'm curious of what do y'all think about the Mandalorian, not just the Mandalorian Grogu, but Star Wars in general at the movies. Are you looking forward to seeing any Star Wars projects at all? Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Okay, let's go. Okay, the next story, guys, that we're going to go to, it's going to be, this is Scream 7. Scream 7 was released yesterday, and I'm not a big fan of the franchise, but I actually like the very first one. They just keep making them like they do with like a lot of these horror movies, but this is the worst. I'm not gonna say the worst movie ever, but this is one of the worst movies of all time, in my opinion. If I was doing like a top 20 or top 30, this movie was horrible. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 35% rotten score, which is horrible, by movie critics. I'm like, it just came out, so the score is going to go up and go down, but we can read some of the reviews. I'm telling you, in my opinion, is one of the worst that I've ever seen. So let's see. We can read some. I can read some of the critic reviews on this. I'm giving my review as someone who's seen it. It's horrible. Okay, what's this? Sean Means, the movie critic, he gave it 2 out of 4, a rotten score. Scream 7 is what the franchise always despised. He kept it real simple. Lindsay Travis gave it a 1 out of, well, that's about as low as you can give it. Scream 7 comes off feeling like an installment of Fear Street, perfect for an at-home streaming movie event, but not for a comeback sequel event for an iconic franchise. I don't even feel like it's iconic. I know a lot of people feel differently. It's been around for a long time. There's 7 movies in. Even if this movie does horrible at the box office, they're going to make an 8th one and a 9th one, because horror movies are real cheap to make, and they make profit. So I'm just going down the list and seeing all these rotten scores. All of this stuff is new because the movie just came out. This is from like 2 hours ago. Oh, here goes somebody with a positive review. He gave it a 3.5 out of 5 tomatoes. Scream 7 is a solid entry in the franchise thanks to its terrific opening sequence, a strong mother-daughter relationship fractured by trauma. It could have been tighter if there was solid foundation when it was announced. So, but he's basically saying from the beginning, you want a movie to be good all the way to the end, and also movies are basically opinion. One person's crap could be one person's treasure. So, I don't know. It's not worth, to me, it's not worth spending $20, $30 to go see and spending another $20, $30 buying popcorn, candy, and going to the movie. So, I wouldn't go see it, but if you're interested in and you're a fan of the Scream series, go and see it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Let me see. Do I want to go to that story or do I want to skip it? Okay. Did I go over that? Okay, let me see. Yeah, I might as well go over this too. I was about to skip this because it's been went over so many times by so many different people. But Spider-Man 4, Sadie Sink's MCU character revealed in new reports. So Sadie Sink from Stranger Things will reportedly play Jean Grey in the next Spider-Man movie. While Marvel Studios has yet to confirm who Sink is playing, so many different outlets have said it's going to be Jean Grey in the upcoming movie. I've seen so many articles and so many other podcasts go over the story saying that she's confirmed as Jean Grey. So it's confirmation, but not confirmation until Marvel says for sure. We can't say this is a fact, but she's basically Jean Grey. Deadline noted that the prevailing theory is she'll be introduced as X-Men character Jean Grey. A casting possibility that insider Jeff Snyder was the first to report on back in December of 2024. However, given that Jean Grey is an X-Men character, Sink casting in Brand New Day, I don't know. But I think of her being cast in a Brand New Day. The age of the character probably will fit with Peter Parker and all the people, all the young actors in a movie. So, but more or less, we're looking forward to the new X-Men in the MCU. So, it was other reports that saying they bringing back all the old actors from the original X-Men movie. So, this will be what I think the third actress to play Jean Grey, so maybe they're going to save her for a complete reboot of the X-Men, which I hope they do. It's time to start over, start a whole new cast. I don't know what they're going to do with Hugh Jackman. He's played the characters for so long, so but I would love to see a whole new X-Men and see them with the Marvel MCU spin on them. You've seen what they did with Spider-Man. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you interested in new X-Men? Are you interested in the character Jean Grey being played by Sadie Sink? Let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, guys. Let me boot up this next story right quick. This is real funny. This happened earlier today when I was putting my show together. I was basically finished putting all the topics together. Then this popped up. God of War First Look. Ryan Hurst is Kratos, and they also have Caleb Vincent is Atreus, which is Kratos' son, and it's like a picture. And even though I like Ryan Hurst in Sons of Anarchy, and I liked him as Beta, and I'm drawing a blank, the Walking Dead series, seeing this first look picture of him as Kratos, I'm very underwhelmed. It's like they just announced that he was going to be Kratos not that long ago, and they're already filming. I would have thought they would have gave him like 6 months to a year to bulk up and get in shape. He looks very small and very frail to be playing this character that kills guards and monsters. He's not jacked at all. He looks like a small guy. He just doesn't look like Kratos to me. He looks more like someone cosplaying as Kratos, and a bad cosplay at that. So you can go online and see the pictures. They're everywhere now. Amazon has unveiled a first look at the live-action God of War TV series, with production on the show now underway in Vancouver. They're actually shooting it. The image offers fans their first glimpse of Ryan Hurst as Kratos, the God of War main character, and Callum Vincent as his young son Atreus. Additional cast members include, I'm not going to go over that because they're not showing any pictures of these characters, but filming has started. I'm pretty curious what you think of the pictures. I'm going to add the pictures, well, the pictures are going to be up here once my show is on. So what do you think of the pictures? What do you think of the son? What do you think of Kratos? I don't like it. It's a series, so if it does several seasons, hopefully he keeps working out and bulking up and getting it together, because all the things, all the reviews of people talking about it, fans, no one was liking it. It was like really horrible looking. He looks too skinny. I think he's a good actor and everything, but the physical embodiment of Kratos, I don't see it. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Okay, guys, that is it today for Supreme Joseph Movie and TV Podcast. I appreciate all of y'all for coming here and talking, sitting with me and watching the show. Episode 3 will drop next week, and I will see you all soon.